What's up, everyone? My name is Jordan. Welcome back to a brand new PGA Tour 2K21 video. Down here today, starting off the My Career mode here on 2K21. And we're jumping right in here. Second hole. The footage from the first hole was unfortunately corrupted, and I just couldn't save it. So we're gonna jump right in on the second hole. Excuse me. Jumping in here, +1. We bogeyed the first hole, and we're starting off the second hole with a better drive, but not so great of a second shot here, pushing it to the right, well off the fairway here, and trying to get something back in. We're +1 right now, much like we are in real life after the first hole over par. But this is the qualifying school. This is the qualifier to get into the Korn Ferry Tour. We're going all the way through the ranks and trying to get in there. And top 50 advance here, so we need to have something go our way in this one. Come back on the second hole with a birdie to even us up there. And third hole, we're looking to get a birdie, but we come up short, well short, and we're going to have to settle for a, looks like a tap-in par here from 5 feet to keep us at even. This was my first time playing PGA Tour 2K21. I just bought the game last week after trying to decide if I wanted to get it or not. I've enjoyed playing it so far, but I wasn't really sure how to play the game, so this qualifying mode is on an easier difficulty than the rest of the stuff I will play. And yeah, so I did change the difficulty right after this one and made the course difficulty a little bit harder, made the opponents a little bit harder. So I didn't want to be struggling to hit the fairways and do all that stuff in this first match, so we made the difficulty a little bit easier on this qualifying for me. Fourth hole here, another tap-in par, 4 feet on that one, and we stay at even. After a bogey and a birdie start, we go back-to-back pars, and we move on to the fifth hole here. Another great drive. I wasn't having a problem with driving. I was having a problem with like approach shots and fairway shots. Here from 100, see right here, approach shot with an iron. And it's going well right because we hit it very slow, apparently. I'm not really sure too much about how the actual moving the stick to swing really affects it, but yeah, I was having some problems. These little chips, though, I was killing these little chips. We have a par putt here from about 10 feet, and we make that to stay at even. We have to get going on the scoreboard, though, get some birdies on the card to really make sure that we will be inside the top 50, right now tied for 44th. Another drive here on the fifth hole. That one's going right down the middle of the fairway, hugging that left side, and moving back towards the middle there at 281. And, oh, we're on the sixth hole now. I don't even know what hole we're on. But the approach shot here with the hybrid, going at it from about 200 away, and that one is, it's a nice shot, but it still leaves us about 17 feet. And the first long-range putt I made all day, right there for a birdie on the sixth hole, puts us at 1 under. And we'll take a look at the leaderboard here, putting us at a tie for 28th. Comfortable spot to be when you're trying to be in the top 50. We continue to drive the ball well here. Like I said, I wasn't having a problem hitting the driver. I was having a problem just really figuring out how to do the rest of the stuff. I will say that I had played this qualifier a couple of times and failed to qualify. I had been like +1, +2, so I did have some points to spend on better clubs. Right now we're rocking with the, I think in this one I only had bought a new driver, maybe a putter. We'll see here in the clip of me putting if I have a better putter than the standard one. Oh yeah, I do. So in this one we had gone with the TaylorMade Sim for the driver, which TaylorMade Sim for one of the first clubs you can get is a great pickup right there. We're also rocking the TaylorMade Spider putter, and I think we might have the Sim hybrid as well. Not a lot of real good choices for you to grab in this game for clubs. Like, there's no Titleist, there's no Ping, there's no Cleveland. It's pretty much just TaylorMade, Callaway, and Ben Hogan. So realistically, I was just trying to find clubs that I knew would be well for me to use in the early stages here, as we didn't have a lot of money. So the first thing we did was pick up a new driver and then get a new putter, and we started to fill out the bag with the hybrid afterwards. So here, par 3, on one of the attempts that I had played to qualify on this one, I actually hit it in the water, and that was what totally derailed me on this hole. It absolutely killed me. Off the green here on the 9th, looking to chip in for birdie, or at least get it close, and we do that. It's not too bad. It's going to be about, I don't know, 13 feet right there. Don't give it enough power, and we leave that one short. It was looking real good, and that one is unfortunately going to be our second bogey on the card today to match up with our 3 birdies. We were at -2. That's right, -2. Taking a look at the leaderboard after that bogey, we move back to 31st place, and still comfortably in the mix there, but we move into the back 9 now, and not a good start to the back 9. Pushing it well right off the fairway, 105 yards to the pin. Hitting a little gap wedge here out of the rough, and you get a terrible bounce, and it bounces about 15, 17 feet away from the pin. And unfortunately now we got to really put something close here. 21 feet to the hole, and we miss it just a bit right for a tap-in bogey there. Moving on to the 11th now, still at -1. I don't know why I say -1. Like, I know it's 1 under par, and that's the traditional way to say it, but I just spot that -1, that 1 with the minus sign next to it, and it just comes out. Little good drive there. I think that's at about 280 on this par 5, and this par 5 right here, no matter what club I hit on the second shot, I could not get close to the green. One of the great things I liked about this game, honestly, was that you didn't come out here hitting driver 310 yards. You didn't come out here hitting fairway wood 270. You had to work to get birdies, or at least I did. And you had to make sure that your approach shots were good, like that little chip from about 90 yards right there. We put a nice little putt in there on the 11th hole, and we get a birdie. It moves back to 2 under par. Moving on to the... It's hard for me to remember what hole we're on. I don't know why. I'm not looking at the scoreboard very often, so I'm not really looking to see what hole we're on. Another great drive there. 12th hole here. Looking to just put something on the green, and unfortunately we're sailing right, and it's going to be short and in the bunker. Not the best place to be, but definitely could be worse. 20 yards to the pin. Trying to land this about 14 yards past the sand, and not what I exactly wanted to do. I wanted to put it a little bit closer because I knew that I would miss right, probably. But what can you do? We unfortunately put another bogey on the card and go back to 1 under par. After that birdie, we followed up immediately with a bogey. Taking a look at the scoreboard once again. Moving to 31st at 1 under par through 12. The lead right now is 7 under par. And there was no way I was getting close to that. So I put my head down here, and I'm like, we've got to get some birdies on the card, and we've got to be able to make sure that we put ourselves in a better situation where we don't have to really scramble at the end of the round, and we can make sure that we have a comfortable place inside that top 50. Third shot here for birdie. After that nice approach shot, and unfortunately I was just having a problem reading greens in this first couple of rounds I played on PGA Tour 2K21. I missed so many birdie putts. I could have probably been 8 under if I would have been better at reading the way the greens were going to break in the game. But hey, that's what happens. You know, you play a new game for the first time, you're not going to be great at it. But another edge burner of a putt right there. Moving to the 15th hole, still here at 1 under after a couple of tap-in pars. We hit a drive there that is in the middle of the fairway. We're going to roll out to about 282, and we're looking pretty good here. If we can just keep the momentum going, keep getting pars, maybe a couple birdies, we'll be all set. This one rolling onto the green there after hitting about 2 yards short of the green. It rolls out to 202, and we got a putt from 28 feet. Looking for birdie here. Just missed it right. That was an edge burner, and one that I really wanted. Tied for 33rd here as we move into the 16th hole. A par 4 once again, and I had played this course probably 2 or 3 times at this point, as it took me four attempts to really, 2 or 3, maybe 4 times qualify for this. A little embarrassing to say, but I would blow it at one hole every time, and it would just absolutely kill me. But we're moving into the final 3 holes here. I'm really determined to beat this qualifier and to make sure that I don't have to play this again. Tap in par here from 4 feet on the 16th hole, and it's really going to come down to 17 and 18, playing those well to make sure that we qualify here on what was the 4th attempt to beat this qualifier, as bad as it is to say. We're not going to beat this qualifier if we hit shots like that on a par 3, well short, and we absolutely duffed that chip. We're going to be lucky here if we can save bogey, but not a bad chip there. Still about 9 feet, or 6 feet, I should say. The little marker is how far you're aiming. But we take a bogey there, pushing us back to even, and that puts us in a tie for 51st. So we go to the 18th here. I'm absolutely fuming. I'm so mad that I duffed that, and I just want to put this in for birdie to make sure that we are on the positive side of 50 and not the wrong side. We started off with a good drive there from 285 or 284. Grr. They wanted me to hit 9-iron here to kind of stay short of the bunkers, but you know, I'm in full, I've got to get this on the green in 3 mode. So we hit 3-wood here, 232, putting us 55 yards from the pin. Little lob wedge, just trying to get it close, and it's a tap-in birdie putt here on the 18th to put us back at 1 under par. But was 1 under par good enough to qualify for this? It didn't show me a scoreboard here for quite a few seconds, but we secured that promotion, and we are heading to the Korn Ferry Tour. So I hope you guys did enjoy this episode of PGA Tour 2K21. I'm going to be bringing you a lot more of this because I had fun playing the game, and I thought that it was just a fun time, you know? I know there hasn't been a lot of videos lately, and I'm working on getting back to making videos more. All I can say is I'm sorry. I had a stretch where I just wasn't playing good golf, and I didn't want to put myself through having to record that and having to watch these videos back and have them just be terrible golf at plus 20, plus 18, stuff like that. So we're hopefully going to be making a lot more videos with this PGA Tour 2K21 stuff, and hopefully a few more course vlogs on the year. But that's it for me, guys. I'll see you next time. I hope you enjoyed. Check out all my other videos, and I will see you in the next video. My name is Jordan. I'll see you next time.